guys, today I want to talk about things that I bought in February, specifically the ethics of the things I bought in February. This was inspired by a YouTuber by the name of Hannah Louise Poston, does videos like this and they're really interesting, so I'd recommend checking her out. This is where I kind of gained my inspiration from. I just thought it'd be interesting to kind of see like the ethics of the things that I bought in February. Let's get into it. Firstly, I bought some Havaianas. They're a bit dirty at the moment because I went swimming the other day, so they're all like dusty and sandy and stuff. I bought these for 25 bucks, but then I went to another store and they were 10 bucks, so I'm still mad about that, but that's what you get. All Havaiana products are made or designed in Brazil. There's a lot of information on my laptop, so if I'm looking over there, that's why, because I have goldfish memory. They've told us nothing concrete about the impact that the production of Havaianas has on the environment, carbon emissions, or labour conditions in low-wage countries. I love these thongs, they're super comfortable, but I probably won't buy them again because there's like no knowledge about the ethics of it, like whether there's like slave labour, child labour, like how ethically produced they are. I've cut and dyed my hair since filming the video, so there's a massive difference between now in the try-on clips and the video, that's why, so deal with it. Next, I want to talk about this necklace from General Pants Co. It's originally from Neon Heart. I couldn't really find information about Neon Heart, so I'll just be talking about General Pants Co. because that's where I got this necklace from. I'm just gonna read General Pants Code of Conduct. General Pants Group aims to conduct its business ethically and sustainably. This includes sourcing garments, accessories, and other goods from suppliers who respect internationally recognized labor rights. Principles such as those set out in the Ethical Trading Initiative and the conventions of the International Labour Organization. We expect and require our suppliers to comply with this supplier code of conduct. General Pants cares for people and the environment. We expect the same for our suppliers. Child labour is not used. Reasonable work hours, employees are paid a living wage, reduced waste is used in manufacturing processes. I couldn't find any real information of Neon Hearts, like I said, just that their ethical ranking for 2019 was a B, but I couldn't find like how they were ethical. I mean, I don't buy jewellery too often, so I probably won't buy it again, but I'm glad I have it. Like, it's super sturdy. It makes me feel kind of badass. The main kind of points of focus I'm trying to focus on is whether makeup is cruelty free or if clothing and accessories and all that kind of stuff is used without child labor or slave labor. Those are kind of like the main things I care about, but if like products are vegan or they're trying to reduce like carbon emissions and stuff like that, that's also great. But like the main reason I'm focusing on like, you know, if people are being paid like a living wage is because like I also have a job, so I'd like to know that other people are like also getting paid enough money to like feed their kids and stuff. Like I have no real responsibilities, but I know that like people obviously have like families and rent and all that kind of stuff. Next, I want to talk about Maybelline. I bought this like, oh my god, am I a true YouTuber? Face Studio Primer from Maybelline. I only got it because I was in Priceline getting a prescription because, believe it or not, Priceline is a pharmacy and I actually get my prescriptions from there. Maybelline is not cruelty free. For those of you that don't know, products that are sold in mainland China are required by law to test their products on animals. This is as of 2019, so maybe laws will change in the future, but I just don't, like, I don't hate this product. It just kind of feels like sunscreen because it's like SPF 8, which I know is nothing, but it feels weird. I usually use the e.l.f. Something primer, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll chuck a photo here somewhere. But I'll probably just go back to using that. I only got this because it was the cheapest one in Priceline. I don't buy makeup too often, so I'll try and go cruelty free for like makeup products, but like I have enough makeup to last me for a bit before I have to buy anything new. Next, I want to talk about bonds. I went a little crazy. I originally wasn't gonna go in there. I just happened to be like walking past the bonds that are in my Westfields and they had like pride related stuff, so I went a little crazy. I don't have everything with me because it's either like in the wash or like I don't feel comfortable like showing underwear and stuff, but I bought 2 pairs of socks. This is what like the back of them looks like, and then the front of them is just kind of like plain black. I have another pair that are just like these ones, but they're white instead of black. I got a pair of undies that is like black underwear but like with a rainbow like band. The socks are like a little tight on me, which is a bit unfortunate because they're kind of cute, and also like the rainbows are at like the back of the calf instead of the front, which is really bizarre to me. The underwear, they're super comfortable, but there's like an awkward line down the middle, so it just makes it like, this is so awkward, it makes it look like you have like a tiny little peen. Why? That's all you get in pervs. I got 2 pairs of shorts. I got these ones. They're like, I don't know, they're just like black shorts, and they're linen, so they're like super breathable and comfortable. And then I also got these ones. They're just like plain black and they're cotton. They're both really comfortable. I wore them both hockey training. That's like the main reason I bought them. I needed new shorts because I hadn't played in like 3 years, so I didn't own like anything athletic. I think that's everything I got there. On the ethical ranking, they scored an A. They use organic materials such as cotton. They've made progress to ensure that workers are given a living wage. I'll probably buy from them again because they're super comfortable and their ethics are like pretty on point. They just seem like a very ethical, very fair brand. Next I want to talk about Running Bear. I just got a sports bra. It's just like a kind of like a khaki green kind of color. I spent $80 on a bra. $80 on a fucking bra. I didn't realize how expensive it was until I got up to the counter and I was like, well, I guess I'm buying the fucking bra. And also it was like really comfortable and it actually fit me, which never happens to me because bras are usually like super small on me and I'm just spilling out everywhere. And since that's a sports bra, I'm like, I need it to like, you know, keep them in. $80 on a bra. That's a 3-hour shift at my workplace. And I usually work like 3-hour days. So that's like an entire work day on a fucking bra that like no one really is gonna see. I wore that to training last night actually. The first time I wore it, I wore like a regular sports bra that like I know and I trust and that I know works for me, and I had that one over the top and that was fine, but then I just had that one on and it was also fine. It was like a little bit of jiggling going on, but like it kept them in and it wasn't like painful or anything. I just kind of like noticed them moving. So like for jogging it was fine because I didn't have like an intense training session last night, which I was grateful for because I can actually walk today unlike last week. I'd probably wear it again during training and stuff, but if I notice that I'm doing like heaps of sprinting and it's getting painful, then I'll stop. For now it's fine, it's comfortable. A little bit about Running Bear. Majority of their products are made in Australia, which is great. On the Iconic, which is like a fashion website, their products have made the considered range, meaning that they have at least one sustainable credential, e.g. locally manufactured, they pay their workers a living wage, or are made without the use of animal products. There's not much information on the working conditions at Running Bear. I would like to think the workers are given a livable wage because the minimum wage in Australia is $19.49 an hour. I wish there was a little bit more information on that and like their ethicalities. I might buy from them again if I find something that I like, but I don't think I'll be spending $80 on a fucking bra anytime soon. Next thing I bought was a sweatshirt. It's just like a plain black shirt with like a little Nike logo. I got it from Depop. It was my first ever Nike purchase, so I'm feeling very bougie. It's just like a heavy cotton material. It's super comfortable. I haven't had a chance to wear it yet because it's still freaking hot in Australia even though it's autumn. Today was the only day where it was actually like kind of cold. It's like 22 degrees and I was like freezing my tits off. Like a little bit about Depop because the next item I've got is also from Nike, so I'll be talking heaps about them because I got a lot of information about them. Depop takes like 10% of the cut from like the seller. This is mainly to keep the app running and for admin costs and stuff like that. I got that sweatshirt from a Depop user called voivintage or voivintage. He has an amazing store. I'll leave his link down below. He was really sweet and very nice, and delivery was really quick. especially considering that he is from the UK. Usually shipping takes like a month or like 2-3 weeks, but I think it was like 10 days or something like that, and he delivers stuff daily, I'm pretty sure, so like you know that it's gonna happen quickly, because I think like when I messaged him expressing my interest in the sweatshirt, which was around $70, because I think it was like £30, that converts to about 60 Australian dollars, and then delivery was like $10, so it ended up being $70. But I think he delivered it like an hour after I bought it, so it came really quickly. Voivintage is really sweet, so if you're looking for anything, I'd recommend checking out his store, voivintage. Lastly, I also want to talk about Nike. I got some Nike slides. Yes, I'm a fucking sellout. What are you gonna do about it? They were $40, which is decent for Nike. I always thought their products were like $2,000. I've got so much information about them and it's all a mess, so deal with me, please. In the 90s, Nike were exposed for their low wages and poor working conditions in their Indonesian factory. Due to the public scrutiny that Nike received, they eventually raised the age for minimum workers and increased the number of audits the factory received. A few years ago, they were regarded as the most sustainable apparel and footwear company in North America for environmental and social performance, including its labor record, according to Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is a investment banking company. 3 years ago, Nike took a major step back as they turned their back on the Workers' Right Consortium, which prevents labor rights experts to independently monitor the factories. Last year, they were given a score of 57% on Fashion Revolution's 2019 Fashion Transparency Index, 21% increase from 2018. A lot of my information about Nike is contradictory, so it gets very confusing, but I'm just reading out everything that I read. According to the 2019 Fashion Transparency Guide, all the links I've used to get my information from will be linked down below as well, in case you're ever curious. According to the 2019 Fashion Transparency Guide, companies that score between 51 and 60% publish detailed supplier lists regarding human rights and environmental policies, procedures, and future goals. They also address the major issues such as the gender pay gap, which, unpopular opinion, I don't think exists. I think gender pay gap is, the evidence they get is like between careers and not the same man and a woman doing the exact same job. Most of it's like, oh, a teacher gets paid less than a construction worker. But like, you know, women can be construction workers and men can be teachers. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I need to look more into it, but that's just what I think. They also address sustainable material usage, textile wastage, and their carbon and water usage. Nike score between 81 and 90% for their policy and commitments approach. For example, animal welfare, child and forced labor, parental leave, and working hours and breaks. Nike is part of the Sustainable Coalition. The Sustainable Coalition tracks sustainability performance, meaning that brands under the coalition can address inefficiencies, resolve damaging practices, and give consumers environmental and social transparency. Nike uses sustainable materials such as recycled polyester and cotton. They minimize their fabric wastage and are committed to reduce their carbon emissions in their operations by 100% by 2025, which I think would be really cool because our planet is dying. However, they have not committed to eliminating hazardous chemicals from their supply chain. These chemicals can cause issues for workers who have been exposed to the chemicals, or even people wearing the products, so hopefully I don't get chemical burns from my sweatshirt. Let's hope I don't get gangrene from my slides. Greenpeace have also condemned Nike for their hazardous chemicals as they could pollute waterways. Nike are FLA Workplace Code of Conduct certified. FLA commit to protecting their workers from discrimination, forced or child labor, harassment, abuse, and compensation. Nike supply a living wage to some of its supply chain, but not all of it. They should do better in this area, especially considering the fact that their annual revenue is about $30 billion. Like, surely they can afford to pay workers a decent wage, a livable wage. So, would I ever buy from them? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like if I were to buy from them again, I might just buy from Depop again, because there's just an endless cycle of Nike stuff on there anyway, so, and the sweater's really comfortable. So this is the first time I've ever bought from them, and I've never in the past ever had a desire to. I usually prefer Adidas, even though the only thing I've ever owned from Adidas were a pair of like hockey trainers and they were really comfortable. Like, again, I probably won't buy from them, but if they pay like all their workers a living wage and stop exposing their workers to harmful chemicals and also their customers as well, then maybe I'll reconsider. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. If you've made it this far, congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves and have an amazing day.